The Patriots are in the win column. 19-3 wasn't the prettiest win. No, I'd like to see a little bit more execution in the end zone. But Joey Sly, there's a reason why we kept him over Chad Ryland. He did the damn thing. We're going to break that down here on today's post-game show. But nonetheless, a win is a win. And I saw a progress. I saw progress. That's the word I want to use here. Drake Maye, the offense, progress. The defense looked like a completely different team out there. And I know the Chicago Bears are struggling. Sometimes you just have to take a win over a team that you may be a little bit better than right now at this point in the season. But the team just looked like that, a team. And I haven't seen that really from them in the last couple of weeks. So you lost in overtime last week. You beat the Jets the week before that. And now you finally got a hard-fought, earned win. This team looks like they might be turning it around here towards the second half of the season. We're going to break that down here on Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and jump into my initial reactions here to the Patriots winning in Week 10 over the Chicago Bears. First things first, we just got to go on ahead and jump into, obviously, the man of the hour, which, of course, was Drake Maye, and what he did here for New England's offense. Drake Maye completed 15 of 25 passes for 184 yards. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually, despite the Week 8 when Drake Maye went out there with a concussion, a full-blown game that he has played, this is the fewest passing yards he has had since he became a starter versus the Houston Texans. And that's okay. Drake Maye also tagged on one passing touchdown to Jalen Polk. But the one interception is where I really want to talk about. One key to victory that I had here for New England was ball security. And Drake Maye had an interception, a very, very ugly interception in the first half of this game. But something about Drake Maye is that I have learned he's his hardest critic. And after that game where he threw 2 picks against the Titans, he came back out there and said, that's not going to happen again. I know what I need to work on. And that's exactly what Drake Maye did. Mistakes are going to come with a rookie. And that was a mistake. The way the play happened, I gave this analogy during my live stream. The way the play happened, you ever been driving and you see a car coming and you kind of got your foot on the gas, but you're like, should I go? And you go, and then you realize you get honked at from behind because you cut it a little bit too close. That was what happened with Drake Maye. He pump fake, released, and threw it right to the defender for the Bears. And once he threw it, it was kind of like oh, shit, I wish I could get that ball back. It was a bad mistake. It was a bad decision. A rookie's going to have that, and I'm not really concerned about the interception. If he came back and threw another one in this ball game, then yeah, I'd be a little bit concerned. However, that doesn't mean that Drake Maye is going to come out of here unscathed. There were a couple of dropped passes by the Bears secondary that could have easily been an interception. Drake Maye's still not perfect, but he can get the job done, as we see here. And he'd also mix it up a little bit. His wide receiver was still a tight end, but it wasn't Hunter Henry. In fact, Hunter Henry really didn't have any type of involvement in this ballgame until late in the second half. Hunter Henry had 1 reception for 14 yards on 4 targets. Austin Hooper was the main man for Drake Maye here today. 3 receptions for 64 yards, with the longest being 28 yards in the first half. I like this connection here. I really do. And that does not go against Demario Douglas. Demario had a pretty heavy workload. 4 receptions, 50 yards, 5 targets. Kayshon Boutte, 4 receptions, 47 yards, 6 targets. And I started to notice that Alex Van Pelt is starting to create plays that benefit Drake Maye. Because I was having a conversation with a Patriots fan here last week about, is AVP the right OC for Maye? Because this is a kid that is very mobile and has a very strong arm. And maybe sometimes Alex Van Pelt doesn't call the right plays to showcase Drake Maye's talents. And I thought that by hitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different receivers today, it did showcase that capability for Alex Van Pelt as well. But you got to give some love here to Ramondre Stevenson. It's been hard watching Mondre the last couple of weeks. He really hasn't been as productive as he normally is. And once again, you're going up against a struggling Bears defense right now. The last few weeks for Ramondre Stevenson, 10 carries for 16 yards, 20 carries for 48 yards, 7 carries for 18 yards, 12 carries for 89 yards, and now we've got the best game he's had in the last 4 weeks. 20 carries for 74 yards, his longest run still being 11. But Ramondre Stevenson started to realize that, all right, it's not working up the middle. Let me start swinging outside like he used to in the first 2 weeks here of this ball game. So Ramondre Stevenson ended up helping Drake Maye because Drake Maye has been the leading rusher for the Patriots the last 4 weeks. And now when you look at this rushing, Drake Maye's got 4 carries for 24 yards. That sounds better to me. That sounds like an easier workload for Drake Maye to me. I'm okay if Drake Maye wants to take it 60 yards on the ground, but that does increase your chance of injury. And, you pay this man for a 4-year contract extension. He should be putting up numbers like this every week. Before we jump into the rest of my thoughts here about the game, we are going to talk about the Patriots defense, which in my opinion, I think that defense was stellar. That defense was the best defense I have seen in several weeks. So I want to go ahead and ask you guys this question. Which player did you enjoy watching, and I spelled watching wrong there, I forgot that I, in Week 10? Who was your favorite player that you guys watched in the win against the Bears? Let me know in the comment section down below. While you guys are doing that, I am going to jump into the Patriots defense here in just a moment. But first things first, I do have to give a quick shout out here to our sponsor, and that is going to be Game Time. Game Time is the #1 way for you guys to get tickets to any concert, any sporting event, or any comedy show that is out there. If you guys want to go on ahead and watch the Patriots win in real life, well, then Game Time is where you need to go. Game Time, when you do use this app, you're going to get the lowest price guaranteed. You're also going to get all-in pricing, which means the price that you see up front is the price that you are going to get. Not to mention, I love the fact that you can see the view from your seat before you buy your ticket. For example, you're going to get a 180 panoramic view of what your seat's going to look like. That way, you're not going to be stuck behind a pole. You're not going to be in the nosebleeds next to the restroom. They make sure that you like your seat before you buy. And with Game Time Picks, it makes getting tickets to your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to make sure you're getting the best deals on the best tickets without having to search through thousands and thousands of options. If you guys want to go ahead and get started, it's super easy. All you guys have to do is download the Game Time app today. Use promo code CHATSPORTS. This will get you $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms apply. Again, download the Game Time app. Use promo code CHATSPORTS. This will get you guys $20 off your first time buying tickets while terms apply. Until then, go on ahead and download the Game Time app because what time is it? It's game time. Let's talk about a little bit of an overview here on the Patriots offense before we switch over to the Patriots defense here. The total offense had 295 yards. The pass was great. The run was a lot better as well. The turnovers, that should say 1. I don't know why that says 0. And then the Patriots obviously eating up a huge chunk of the time of possession, which the Patriots have actually been getting better at over the last couple of weeks, which is really nice to see. So let me go ahead and show you guys what the Patriots defense did and how they held Caleb Williams, who's been having a great start to his season. Well, he went 16 for 30 and had 130 yards. That's pretty dull for a quarterback like Caleb Williams that has as strong of an arm as he does. And this isn't, I know they've been struggling, but this is a team that does still have a 4-4 record, now moving to 4-5. I mean, they've won ball games before with a guy like Caleb Williams. And I do feel bad because I don't think this is really on Williams. That offensive line has issues right now. Not to mention, Caleb Williams was sacked 9 times. 9 times. And if I had the editing skills, I would insert in the Ferris Bueller of Principal Rooney calling Ferris Bueller's mom saying that he's been absent 9 times. And they go, 9 times? Yes. That's the Patriots defense that we know and love. This team came out here and absolutely dominated this Bears defense. This Bears offense, 193 yards on the day, 15 of 20, 171 yards on 39 carries. They had 0 turnovers, unfortunately, but it was just the momentum stopping. That's what was so great about watching this defense play again. There was no room for the Bears to have any sort of momentum. I mean, this is the Bears first half here. Ready? Punt, 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 field goal, punt. That's phenomenal for the Patriots defense to be pushing 3 and out. Not to mention when you look at the team stats as well, and I was counting along with the game, the Patriots had 14 attempts to convert a third down. Guess how many times they were successful? One. This Patriots team only allowed the Bears to convert one third down. That is huge for a Patriots offense that has a player like Drake Maye and wants to get him back out on the field. That's how you were able to put up a lot more points, because you had the ball majority of the time. You know what? I actually think these stats might be flipped. I think they might be flipped here. Hold on. Did I just mess this up? Yeah, we're going to just do this live here. We're just going to do this live and see if I mess this up. No, it's all right. We're all good. Everything's good. Thank you for bearing with me here. The whole moral of the story is the defense looked like a defense. And when I go through the list of players that did have a sack, I mean, these are guys that just recorded their first sack of the season, proving that it's not too late, even in Week 10, for the Patriots to figure out what kind of ball club they want to be. It's not. When you look at the sacks, Jelani Tavai had one. Anthony Jennings had 2 sacks. Keon White got back in the sack column. Deatrich Wise Jr. had 2 sacks. Del Pettis had a sack. Brendan Schooler, who was stepping up here for the Patriots because they don't have Kyle Duggar. They don't have Jabril Peppers. So having a player like Brendan Schooler, the special teams king, come in, and how many tackles did he? He had 1 tackle and 1 sack. I mean, that's a guy that was just on his A game today. Overall, it was a good team win. I know the Patriots and the Bears have both been struggling, and a lot of these analysts are probably going to come out here and be like, oh, the Bears are struggling. The Patriots still aren't a good team. I don't care what your opinion is. The whole point is they did it as a team. And that's what New England needed to do. There's been so many guys out here that have talked about the egos, so many guys that have talked about the coaching staff, and when they played today, it looked like everybody was happy to get a win on the road. And sometimes you just need that little bit of confidence boost to get your team back on the right track before you have to go out there and play a better team. And that's what you needed here. So my last question here for you guys is just go on ahead and do one thing for me and grade the Patriots' performance here that you guys saw in Week 10. Grade the Patriots' performance. I'm going to give it an A-. There's still an interception in there. You still could have been a little bit more explosive against a team like the Bears. So I'm going to give it an A-. But overall, it feels good to be back in the winning column. Go on ahead and drop your grade that you guys give the Patriots' performance over the Bears here in the comment section down below. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in here on today's live stream, tuning in here for the post game. It was a fun game to watch. It was a good win to watch. And I'll be back next weekend. Thank you guys so much. And as always, hit that sub button if you haven't already.